Yes. Another Khushi is coming or not? Do you have any idea? Actually, yeah, please try to call her behalf of me. Yeah, she is here. She is here. Nazar? Yeah, Khushi, good morning. Maybe Nazar is about to call you. Yeah, yeah, she's now online. She's okay. Nazar and Khushi. Actually, on Monday, Nazar have an interview. Schedule an interview for Nazar. So let's do some preparation of interview. Okay. So Nazar, I just sent you about this. First thing, I just sent you some module name. Did you read this email? Yeah, there is a name of module, a custom name. Okay, you can give any name, custom name. Then working process means why we just develop this module, a custom modules of Drupal. These are the example of custom module of Drupal. Okay, we have make form. After submit form, we have sent to email to user and admin can see contact user list also. Just a customize, or you can say custom contact form. We have created this module for custom contact form. Okay, then after this there is a code description. We have used form APIs. I already told you in yesterday's session what is form API actually while we are creating modules. Okay, Nazar, one second, let me show you. Oh, right now we didn't discuss about the form API in code. Okay, yesterday and Khushi also, while we are creating module, if we need some form, means some HTML form, there is a form, there is text box, some submit buttons and all the inputs. So we are not going to use directly the HTML code like this code. We are not going to use like this code. Okay, we have to use a library form API, a predefined function to generate HTML code. Okay, you get the point, Nazar? Yeah, Khushi, did you get the point? Actually, yesterday you are not there. So uh, form API means whenever we are creating module in dot module file. Okay, let's assume we have to create a custom contact us form. So within the form there should be some text input field, text box, radio button or check box or drop down, and one submit button also, text area also for message. So we are not going to use directly HTML code. Okay, in Drupal we are not going to use directly HTML code. There is a library, inbuilt library form API is available in Drupal. We use form API code directly. Let me show you. Drupal.org, official website of Drupal for Drupal 7. This 7 indicate that form API for Drupal 7. Okay. There is a form API reference HTML. Just scroll down. Yeah, there is. These are the 1 second. Sorry, my scroller. Checkbox, checkboxes, date, fields, files, manage file, password, confirm password, radio button, select box. There is a text box also. If you click text format text area, okay, text field means text box, text area or text area. If I click on text area, then I will get the code, a sample code. Okay, this is the sample code. In the form there should be a keyword. Keyword means our form name. Okay, title. Title means our input title. Input, there's if a kind of label, you can say. Before the text area it will just display, means we can say your message. We can here just display your message. In place of this keyword we can display your message. Okay, title. What is the title? You can say the label of your text area. Okay, so you have to use hashtag and title for that. Hashtag and type. We when we are just coding for in HTML for text area. What is the code? Input type text area. Is that so or not, Nazar and Khushi? So, but in Drupal we use form API. This is the syntax of form API. Means if you want to text area, yes, just write s type, and this implies to and equals to and greater than symbol text area. If you write text area, you will get a text area. Okay, and there's description. If you want to write a description, already by default description within your text area, then you can write this description. If you want your blank description, then you can remove this. Okay, and default value, if you want to use any default value, default keyword, you can just use this property. This is kind of properties. Okay, type, description and title, kind of properties, and this is the value. Okay, same as input, type equals to, within the double quotes we use text area. This is that particular type. Okay, in almost every framework, every CMS, you have to use the already defined libraries. In coordinator also you have to use, yeah, you can use HTML code also, that will generate out same output. But in the coding standard, coding format, coding standard, you have to use libraries, form libraries. There is so many libraries are there. So in the Drupal, while we are creating any custom module, if we need any form, any text box, any HTML content, then we will use form API. Okay, this is the form API. What we have to do, just if we need text area, just copy this and paste there in our code. Yeah, there is some uh, hook function should be there. There's some process should be there. In callback function we will use this, or in hook view we should use. This is depend on our requirement. Just try to understand form API. Okay, Nazar? So if anybody asks you about form API, you can give answer or not. Can you give the answer now? Definition of form API, why we use, where we used. Okay. Where is our email? 1 second. So we have used form API for creating contact form. Okay. You can give answer like that. Means if anybody asks you what custom module you have created. You can say that there is some requirement of our client, special requirement. They need some extra field into con- contact form. So we have used our custom module for that. We have developed a custom module for that, and we have used, while we are just developing, we have form APIs, and for sending mail function using Drupal mail, there is a inbuilt function Drupal mail. Within the hook function we will use this function if we want to send email. Okay, and display list using database. There is database coding also. Did you understand this module, contact form, Nazar? Okay, now second module name, guest user can create notes. Means if we want to give functionality into our website, that end user can also create a note. Notes means our content. Notes in Drupal, in context of Drupal, notes, contents, and the pages, you can say, content, all are same. Okay, pages means notes and contents can be classified in, can be divided into many types. Means by default we have articles and basic pages. We can create a custom content type. Okay, content and notes is same. Okay, Nazar? Okay, Khushi, is there any doubt? Content, notes? Khushi. Okay. Working process. Guest user can create node. After node creation, send. Sorry. Yeah. Node means content. Node and content is the same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Same. I'm just trying to explain you same thing. Yeah. Node and content means, what is the content? Our articles is kind of content. Our basic page is the content. Okay, these are content type. Okay, so if we add any article, so it is created a content, or you can say created, it will create a node. Node content is the same thing in Drupal. Okay, Nazar? Now, Khushi, is there in doubt? Node and content, in the node and content, difference in node and content. Khushi? Means guest user means our end user. Okay, our end user means who just serve the website, nothing else. So we can give the functionality, like we can give, permit him, we can permit end user, so he can create he can get an option within our website. Within our website we can put an option from, if he just go through that option, he can create a particular node type. We can give access for basic pages, we can give access for article. Okay, as per our requirement, or we just create a custom content type and give the access to end user. Means a user is coming into our website. Okay, a user is coming into our website, and we have developed a website. A user just serve our website. Yeah, our website is kind of a news website. Okay, we just put a functionality into our website. Any user can put his news into our website, but there is a condition. Yeah, he can create and submit, but one notification will be sent to admin, and if admin wants to activate that particular content, then only it will display on our website. Means a user comes into our website, our news website. Okay, let's assume our website is a news website. Okay, there is a section, insert your news. Okay, he just go to that particular section. There is a form. he just add the his news, the photos. If we want to add the video, then we just provide the functionality of video adding. Okay, we just provide all the things and he submit that particular news. Okay, then that a notification will be sent to admin, and admin will just refer the news. If it is if he finds that news is correct, it can be published on our website, then he will just publish. Then only it will show that particular news. Means let's assume this is the home page. If we click on home page, all the news displayed there. These kind of functionality. Did you understand the example, Khushi? Nazar, is there any doubt? Okay, so this kind of functionality means end user can create a custom create a node, a page, a article, or any content type. Okay, then guest user can create after node creation, send email to admin, and admin can publish that particular node. Just you can say content. Okay, that particular content, that particular article, that particular page, a basic page. Okay, code description. First create email field in content type, article and page. Okay, we can permit directly if we have to default content of article and pages, so we can add additional field into our article and basic pages or not. Go to the manage fields and add a new field. We just add a email field, an image field, and any as per our requirement. Okay, we create email field just for email sending the email. It is required, and any number of field you can add as per your requirement. Then we will set permission to create node for guest user, and we will set permission to create node for guest user. Just go to permission, users permission, and just check for guest user. Okay, we will use hooks insert according to content type. Okay, send the email using Drupal email. Hook insert, it is kind of database code. Within this hook insert, with the help of this hook function, we can insert the data into the database. Okay, in module creation always we use hook functions. And what is hook functions? Main question. Nazar, Khushi, just give me an answer. We already discussed what is hook functions. Nazar, just define hook function. What is hook function? Why we use? Where we use? How it works? If you give any one of the answer, it will cover all the three questions. What is the exactly working of hook function? Okay, Khushi. Yeah, while creating a module, we use hook function. Hook function can be used anywhere in Drupal, in any custom coding, any theme creation, not only module creation. There is no foundation of hook function to just use in module creation. Actually, okay, listen carefully. Actually, what is hook function? Hook function available in every CMS and almost every framework also. Okay, let's discuss in our Drupal. In Drupal, hook function just used to invoke particular event. It will invoke particular event and execute the code. Means particular event means if I use a display hook info or hook view function, then I can display whatever I have written within the code in that particular block. We have discussed module creation. Within the module creation, we have discussed how to display a block, and within that block how to display a particular string, a custom string. How we use hook view function. It will invoke automatically whenever we just go to that particular page where that block is displayed, where that block is configured, you can say. So hook function, basically hook function. What is hook function? Hook function is used to invoke it. Sorry, it will invoke in particular event automatically. Hook function just execute automatically event wise. On the reload, on the reload, you can say there is a message, hook message also there. It will display hook message. On submit, on any other event, hook function can be called. Do you understand, Nazar? Kushi? Hook function is used for event execution. Nazar? Kushi? Whose hook function is used for just used for event execution, you can say. It will just find out the events and executes the inner code. Just compare for different event. There is different hook function also. For different task also there is a hook function. Okay, one second. Voice is not clear. Okay, one second, one second. Is there any other disturbance? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, hook function is used for event execution. Particular event, it will execute automatically. Yeah, while we are developing a module, we develop a module. Okay, within the module, uh, what we have done, we just write or define a functions only. We didn't call that function from anywhere. Did we call our functions? We have used so many functions in module creation. Means just for example, we just see 2 days of module creation, but we didn't use any function call. Yeah, we have defined so many functions. Within the function we have used code also, but that function execute automatically. How? Because of these functions are kind of hook function. It will execute as particular event. Okay, no need to call them because it is hook function. If our block is displayed, then it will display automatically. Okay, if we enable that particular block on the content area, then that particular block is displayed on the content area or not. Yeah, because every time we don't need to be just refresh the page every time, that particular block will be there. We have created one block while we are creating a module. We have created one block and we just display that block on the content area also, and first sidebar also. In last sessions, did you remember, Nazar and Kushi? So every time we refresh, either we refresh or we redirect from any other page, that particular block is displayed on the content area every time, because our functions, our whole code is executes every time, because a hook function just execute as per the event. Okay, and different hook functions are also there. Hook block we have used, hook info we have used, hook menu item we will going to use. There is different hook function, menu item. Okay, I will just send you a hook function list also. Try to understand that particular list. Okay, Nazar, where I am now. Modules. What's the name? New module maybe, or my blog. I just forgot. That is. I'm using FileZilla software. Okay, you remember FileZilla? Okay, this is the hook function, block info. Okay, new module block view. Remember one thing, just a basic of module creation. Just the basic of module creation. This is the name of our module. Okay, new module is the name of our module. We just write this name in place of hook. Okay, in place of hook, what we write, our name of our module. Okay, Nazar and Khushi. So this is the hook function, and where is our mail? According to content types and email using Drupal mail function. Okay, so this is just read out these two modules. Okay, if anybody asks you about model what you have done, you can just tell them first this. Okay, then this is the second one. If anybody asks you more examples, then okay. Nazar and Khushi. Another only your interview will be on the Monday, or Khushi also your interview will be also there. Your interview also scheduled on Monday. You both have an interview on Monday, or only you? Sorry, Nazar. Your interview on Monday, or Khushi also have that interview. Okay. Okay, Khushi, just even then just prepare the interview basics. Okay, then now come to the next mail. Another, we already discussed about the length. Even then I just sent you. Okay, about the length. What is the length? L just stand for Linux operating system, A for Apache web server, M for MySQL, and P for PHP. Okay, LAMP is the open source web development platform that uses Linux as a operating system, Apache as a web server, MySQL as the relational database management system, and PHP is the object oriented scripting language. Sometimes Perl will be there, or Python. Okay, P for Perl or Python. We generally we use PHP. Okay, PHP language. Python is for sometimes Python is for Symfony is there, and there is some ROR is there, maybe Ruby on Rails, a framework. In that framework we use Python. Okay, because the platform has four layer, lamp is sometimes referred to be the lamp stack. Okay, four layer means these four layer, nothing else. Stack can be built on different operating system. Developer that uses these tools with a Windows operating system instead of Linux are said to be using WAMP. Okay, WAMP is for Windows with a Macintosh system WAMP. Okay, for Mac, for your Mac system. Okay, and with the this Solaris for same. For Solaris there is a same available, just an extension of our system. L for Linux, if M for Mac, S for Solaris, and W for of Windows. The reason they call it stack because each level drives off base layer. Your operating system Linux is the base layer, then Apache, your web daemon sites on top of your OS, then your database store all the information served by your web daemon, and PHP is used to drive and display all the data. Layer means first thing is you need a operating system. Okay. Second thing, if you want to install LAMP, WAMP, if let's take example LAMP. Okay, operating system is Linux, so you have to install LAMP for using Apache and PHP configuration web server. Then web server, there is a web server, Apache web server is used to create an environment of PHP development, of website development. It will create the environment on our local machine. Okay. Next, so Apache. After that there is a MySQL, the second layer. It is used to create the database, manage the database, communicate with the database. It is not communicate, create and manage the database. Okay, with the it will communicate with the help of PHP. A language needed to communicate database and server, a language needed, we are using PHP for that. Okay, so this is kind of stack, kind of layers. Installation ubuntu machine means there is some, I don't think so they will ask you about the commands to install. Even then you should know about general commands. How to install? First thing, go to your root access. How will you go to root access? Open terminal. Okay, there is a terminal in Linux machines. You also have a terminal in Mac machine, Nazar. And Khushi, you have command prompt CMD in Windows machine. Okay, but we are discussing about the Linux machine only for LAMP. You should enter this command sudo apt get install Apache 2. It will install. First thing is there, if you want to if you one second, sudo su. This command is used for go to our root access. Okay, if you type this, then if your system have the password, it will ask for password. Just enter the password, then it will lead to the root access, admin access. Then just run this command for Apache, this command for MySQL, this command for PHP. Okay, then you will have these all these three layers. So your lamp will be installed successfully. Okay, with the help of these three commands: sudo apt-get install mysql server, then it will install mysql server. php5 libci, it will install the libraries of php5, all the libraries. Okay, and configure it to WAMP server. sorry, Apache server. Nazar, Khushi, is that difficult? One second, Nazar. Now, Nazar, okay. For we are just discussing about lamp, how to install lamp in Linux machine, not in our Mac machine or Windows machine. I'm not just discussing about the Mac or Windows machine. I'm discussing about the Linux machine. Okay, in Ubuntu you can install like this. Just sudo apt get install Apache 2. It will install. First thing is that you have to go to root directory. Root directory means root access, admin, root admin access for this. Okay, so you have to just use this command sudo su in the terminal. In Ubuntu system, in the terminal, you have to use this command sudo su. Then it will ask you for password. Then just use these rest of the commands. Wow. Second one, MySQL. For installing MySQL, this is the command. You have to just run this command, and for PHP this is the command. You have to run this particular sudo apt-get install php 5. Okay, Nazar and Khushi. Okay, now if it is installed successfully and you want to, if you have changed some php ini file, you have changed some configuration setting, okay, you have to restart the server or not, Khushi? If we try to change, if we try to exceed the limit of um, importing database, so we have to restart the Apache server or not. In your Windows machine also you have to restart, but you have UI, user interface. Just click on stop and start, then it will restart. Okay, but in lamp machine you have to use this command sudo etc I. This is the path of Apache server Apache 2, and just put with the restart keyword, then it will restart our server. Okay, Nazar, why we restart our server? Yeah, if we update any configuration setting in the server file or PHP INI file, then we have to restart our server to effect that changes. Just get effect that changes. Okay. Now, okay. Uh, yeah, Nazar. Okay, sorry. Check PHP. This is the simple command for checking PHP, or you can use this is the command. Maybe nobody asks you this command, but in interview they can ask you how you will check PHP detail with the help of code. Nazar, did you remember we have checked the PHP version and all the detail while we start a PHP coding. When we started that PHP coding, there is an inbuilt function. There is one inbuilt function in PHP. Do you remember, Khushi, Nazar? Uh, PHP underscore info. Okay, there is a function PHP underscore info. One second. Okay. There is a function for checking the version of PHP and all the detail of PHP, PHP underscore info. We already discussed about this function also when we started. We have to just use this function in the PHP code, okay, and execute your file. Then it will display all the detail of your PHP version and all the things. Okay, Nazar Khushi. Hello, Nazar Khushi. Can you hear me? One second. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Nazar Khushi. Now hello, you can hear me? Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay. So this is the lamp. This is the server. How we install lamp. Ubuntu machine, commands, and all the things. Did you understand the working? How we work? Yeah, command prompt, command interface. You can say. Yeah, that's the interface. You can say that. Now next. Sorry. I didn't hear you properly. Sorry, I didn't get you. Symphony. Okay, I didn't send you. Okay, I will just forward it. Okay, I just forward. Rest of all, you. Then next, the GitHub. We will just discuss about GitHub, PHP integration answer. Yeah, I just shared with you some basic interview question and answer of core PHP and MySQL. Okay, you have to know about the core PHP also and MySQL question interview question and answer. They can ask you the core PHP question answers. Okay. Uh, Yesterday we discussed about the API. What is the exactly API? Application Program Interface. You can say in the web, it's kind of libraries. It will use to communicate the data, different web interfaces. You can say. One second. To let me maybe give you description, full description in this also. I see the full description. If I describe that particular one, then you have the description to help. Okay, maybe we don't have in this document. Okay, API basically you can say in we have different social sites. Okay, let's take an example of social sites. We have different social sites: Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google Plus. They will just provide you a code, a library of code. Okay, so we can communicate with, means in the Twitter, if we need latest tweets of particular person, then they of or any particular organization, they have Twitter account. The Twitter provide a library, a API library. Okay, so we can use that particular library. We have to set some credentials within our websites. We have to create, first we have to create a application in Twitter app. Okay, if okay they can ask you the same question, means you have a Twitter account. Okay, within your website you have to display, you have to display the latest tweets. Okay, what will be your process? First thing is that you have to create, from the same account you have to create a application, Twitter app. Okay, nothing else. A Twitter app is kind of creating a library for your account, kind of creating a library for your account. If you create a Twitter app, then you will get a credentials. Okay, these credentials, and you have to just use a library folder also for it will just provided by Twitter. You can download and use into your website and set some configuration setting, and you can display latest tweets into your website. So how we do that? Just with the help of live APIs. With the help of APIs, it will communicate with that particular social network site and fetch the data and display into our website. It will communicate with two websites or two different, you can say server, within two different servers. That's why we use API. There's a API. There's two type of API: REST and the second one is SOAP, representational state transfer and the simple object access protocol. Mostly we use REST. Okay, and for security basis, there is a we or the social networking site just create the SOAP API. Okay, what is API? Just used to communicate within the different servers, social network site. For example, social networking site and provide the APIs. So from other website, they can communicate with the social sites. Okay, Nazar, Khushi, Nazar. API just remember just by heart these full form also: application programming interface, representational state transfer, simple object access protocol, and these are the simple one: PHP, HTML, and CSS cascading style sheet. Okay. Yeah, no, no. SOAP also required different. This is the type of API, REST and SOAP. These are the two type of API. We can create two type of API. They required both of these required this different server. No, yeah, yeah, they can communicate with the database with the other side. Means yeah, we have created a SOAP API. Okay, for fetching our tweets. Okay, into our website. Yeah, they are going to communicate with the JSON and XML format only. In this context, SOAP just can communicate with the also with JSON and XML format, and rest only can communicate with the XML format. Okay, okay. And there is some question answers of core PHP, a simple core PHP. In the bottom there is some questions. If you don't understand, don't just get too involved with them. Okay, we will discuss. Just revise the thing. Whatever you already know. Just revise from this document. Okay, Nazar. You have to just revise the things because there is some tough questions also. Just try to understand the questions and the answer. What is the answer of these questions and how you have to just give the answer to interviewer. Simple. This is the same. I don't think so this question will be asked to you. Ross Maslado. Okay. Difference between dollar $A and $A. What is the difference between dollar $A? It will just it can be dollar name. Dollar name can be store value directly. Okay. But $A just can be store a variable, and within that variable we can store the value. Okay, reference variable. You can say $, name is the reference variable. Okay, how can we submit a form? The submit button, there is a document form name dot submit. There is a function submit function we can use of JavaScript function. This is one kind of JavaScript function. Okay, so how can we do in the four ways? MySQL fetch it. There is four way to fetch the data from the our database. The four inbuilt functions are there in PHP. MySQL fetch row, fetch array, fetch object, and fetch associative array. Okay, fetch row just to fetch a single row, fetch array it will fetch all the data, but it will fetch only integer type. Actually now in the latest version it will fetch both type, integer type also and associative type. There's two kind of array. One is index, sorry, not integer, sorry, indexed array and the associative array. There's two kind of array, index array and associative array. This will just fetch the data both index array also and associative array also. Fetch array, and the fetch object, it will fetch the data in the format of class and object format data with the help of the dash and the particular arrow nishan we just fetch the values. Okay, and just remember these 4 points, and associative just fetch the data using associative array. And there is some more question. Fetch object is similar to fetch array, and if you get post difference get within get and post, just revise the thing. Create database using PHP MySQL, create data DB, different tables. There's some code, some deep knowledge of database also there. Okay, header function. Why we use header function? Just redirect. Okay, just for redirection. and NBLR. Okay, you will just try to read this document. Okay, now let's move to next mail. Drupal module PHP integration answers. GitHub. Yeah, you send me a mail that what is the GitHub, and just if you have any code. Actually, uh, GitHub is kind of a place. GitHub is kind of a place where we can store our data, and anytime we can fetch the data and we can retrieve the data, or we can put the data. We can just insert the data. Insert data means our simple files, folder, and all the things. We can store our data, our files, our folders into one place where in GitHub there is a website GitHub, and you have to create an account with that website. You have to register, then it will and log in. Then you got your admin window. From that window you can create a repository. Go to repository and just create, and you can save the data. Okay, you directly download and save the data, but most most cases there is a process. Means you can fetch the data, you can retrieve the data, and send the data using command interface also from the terminal. You, but right now it is kind of you can say the advanced topic. We have to know about the SSH, or if you have Windows system, we have to install. There is so many things you have to install. um, uh, Git bash you have to install if you are using Windows. If you are using LAN, then you don't need to use Git bash. Okay, so we will discuss in our further session. In the end of our session we will discuss about this also, but right now you can give answer. It means just for general knowledge. Yeah, you have used GitHub and all the things, but right now you have done all the project in the client server. You don't have data in your GitHub bucket or Drupal.org contribution account. Okay, Khushi, are you there? Drive, yeah, yeah, you can say kind of drive where you can save your data. Sorry, I didn't get you, Nazar. Drive. You are saying about the drive. Driver, na. Are you asking drive? No. Sorry, Nazar. Just please, can you write it for chat window? Okay. Actually, GitHub is kind of place where we save our data. Kind of place where we save our data, and we can manage our data using command prompt. Okay, we can manage our data using command prompt. It is secure. That's why most of developer and sometimes client conversation and client data send and receive also done with the help of GitHub website. Actually client just create a repository, and public key will be transferred to the our developer just fetch the requirement, and after developing he can put the code onto the GitHub repository. There is a called repository. Okay, just remember one thing, a place where we save our data into GitHub website is called repository. Okay Khushi. One last thing, if you are going interview of Drupal, then you have to know about one, you can say kind of module or kind of functionality on Drupal, a Drus, D-R-U-S, Drus. There is a functionality of Drus, D-U-R-U-S-H. With the help of Drus, we can just add the functionality into our website, into Drupal, into hello, yeah. With the help of Drush, we can add functionality into our Drupal website, so we can use command interface, command line, or you can say the terminal. With the help of command, we can install module, we can remove module. There's so many tasks also there we can do with the help of command prompt. Nazar, did you understand what is Drush? It will just provide us extra functionality into our website, so we can install modules, install themes, install or remove theme. Actually, why we have to use Drush? Okay, let's take one example. If we install any module, okay, and that module is not correct or there is some bug, because of that bug our website down, we are not able to open our website. If there is any error, kind of error, mostly our website will not down, we can remove that particular module. But there is chances, means we have installed a wrong module or wrong code in the module and our website is down, we are not able to just show our website, we are not able to just serve our website, even not the admin page, any page. So how we remove our module also, and it is on the server. Okay, we don't have cpanel access and ftp access. Sometimes there is a requirement of client, they didn't give you the full access, they didn't give you full access on files, you are not able to delete the files from the cpanel, they didn't give you the cpanel detail, they will just give you ssh detail only, or ftp detail by chance. So you have to uh, command over your Drupal website using Drush. You can remove that particular module which is which is causing the error. You can remove from the Drush. Okay, kind of command interface into our website. Okay, Nazar. Yeah, we will just see how we install Drush. Yeah, we can install Drush in our system first and give them some configuration setting. Then we can use Drush in our local machine also. And in the server, we have to learn first SSH access. What is the SSH access? What is the SSH access? Okay, let me just describe some. If we don't have access cpanel, okay, cpanel is kind of user interface, okay, but sometimes because of security reasons client just give us ssh access, means we can uh, copy the files, zip the files and download, or just put or upload the files using command prompt, using our terminal. With the help of connecting, we can connect to the server using ssh. Okay, they give you SSH detail. Okay, Nazar, SSH detail means client give you SSH detail. With the help of SSH detail you can connect with the server. Okay, so this is the SSH. Yeah, they can ask you about the SSH also. Yeah, you just say there. Yeah, we have work on SSH also, but mostly senior work on the for putting or downloading or for uploading the data. But you, I know about the SSH. They just give the SSH detail. You have to connect with your local machine to the server. Then it will connect to the server. Then you can find all the means there is a command ls command list directory. There is a command ls, so you can execute ls command in your Mac machine also for seeing the listing the directory listing of directory. Did you run any no, not root directory. If you want to know how many directory and what is the name of directory in the particular place, folder name and listing of the folder, there is a command ls. Yeah. So if you run the same command after connecting with the server using SSH, then it will just list you server detail, server directories. Okay, means you can connect with the server using your terminal with the help of SSH. Okay, Nazar. So this is the and just revise the thing. Revise the things means revive. One second. Another. Do you have time, or should I stop the session? Okay, no, I'll just yeah, I'll just take your only 10 minutes. I will just revise the things whatever we have learned till now. Khushi, are you there? Okay. Where is our email? We need Drush. Yeah, Drush can give us a extra functionality into our website, so we can use we can download a module or we can install our module, we can remove modules, we can install a new theme, all the things. We can also clear cache. Yeah. Okay, so we can also what you say, we can also clear the cache. There is an option of clear cache in UI. Go to configuration, performance and clear cache. But from the Drush there is a command. You can just clear cache from the command prompt. Here means just to give a additional functionality into our website. We can use command prompt for doing different tasks. Okay. Okay, Khushi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ask me, Nazar. How many times it search or used? Actually, there's some SEO work in search engine optimizer work also there, and there's some extra functionality we have to give. Kind of static variable should be there. Actually, I have to ask with my senior the same question. Exact answer, I don't know the exact answer. Actually, if there is requirement of client, then he have to implement that particular functionality. But he can take help from the senior also. You can say that, yeah, I'll just take the help from senior. Senior just help me and give that particular functionality. Add that particular function. Sorry. Maybe actually I don't know exactly. Let me search. One second. You have to provide the security for custom model. Means there should be a configuration library are there. You have to provide the security in while you are creating the module. Means if you install, yeah, you have to give some permission from the admin panel. Then only this module will work fully access there. Because if you are not going to provide the security, then it can be harm on your to your website also. You have to provide the security on module creation. Okay. Yeah. One second, Mr. Please. Yeah. 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 You can ask. A security can configure, yeah, different type of security configuration are there. Means if you're creating a module for let's say take example of uh, adding content to for end user, then there should be a security. Means for email sending, and if he added the content, then that content should not be directly published. It should be unpublished. There should be a security in, means different kind of security are there. Different configuration also are there. For module is the, for content there is different security. For config setting there is the different configuration. There's config setting also there in the admin panel. Config setting also there. Okay. And there is a the setting of content also there. So there's different configuration setting of security as per your requirement. You can say that. It's no, you have to implement that. You can use the configuration setting in while you are creating module. You can use the configuration setting. So this you have to implement the security. How I can right now there's some config hook function also there. There's a configuration setting use, permission setting use. Means different tasks are different options are there. Site hit counter, maybe a module is there. Site hit counter, I'd like to able to place a hit counter on one page for site. One second. There is a module available in Drupal, Nazar and Khushi, a counter module. With the help of counter module, there is a feature of on count site counter per day, minute, even second, count unique visitor, count register and register user, can count published and unpublished nodes, also display web server IP and client IP, report client IP, and access date, access page, initial value, visitor statics per day, week, month, and year, means the statics of per day if you want to this if you want to show or display to the admin. Support view module, save fields, means there is all the tasks can be done with the help of this counter module. Okay, beta version, actually right now beta version is their counter, COUNTER. Okay, and what we are doing, yeah, I just try to revise the things whatever we have discussed till now in Drupal. First topic, first Drupal basic pages and articles, content type. Okay, basic pages and article we have discussed. First thing, custom content type. Yeah, we can create our content type also, and we can add the content into that particular content type. Then we use, we just discuss about the URL alias, means we can give the while we are creating a content we can give a URL alias. Okay, alias means by default it will the what will be the URL of our content node, node 1, node 2, node 3, this kind of we can give the URL alias. Okay, blog in Drupal, yeah, what is the blog exactly? Yeah, there is a place where we can display the data or display any other part of web into that particular block can be set into different area, and the content area and the sidebar first, sidebar second, that is the block. Custom block, we can create our custom block also. We already see menus, what is the menus, what are the uses of menus, how to set custom pages also. In the configuration setting there is a option to set the custom page, custom home page, 404 page, and a different style, image style also we can create. We can create our own image style also. We can create our own image style also. Okay, WYSIWYG module, we just see WYSIWYG module. This module is used to just add the functionality into our text area. Okay, view and IMC module. IMC module is used for image editing. Okay, page view, displaying content and filter. Page view means you can create a view, two type of view, a block view and a page view. Okay, we discuss both of the type, page view also and block view also. Okay, displaying content and filters, yeah, we have used filter also. Taxonomy, we discuss about the taxonomy and better exposed filter also there. So end user can also filter our data, our displayed data with using better exposed filter. Okay, there is a module better exposed filter. With the help of that module we can use the functionality of filter functionality. Okay, for displaying a particular type of data or a particular project, we displayed the different projects, development project, designing project. Okay, view block configuration, spacing, taxonomy, better expose filter, yeah, already done. Creating content with CSV file, we already see how we create an importer. There is an importer, we need importer module. We can create content from the CSV file. There is a XLS CSV file, .csv file. We have created some content with the help of, we just import that file, it will automatically create. Okay, and the RSS, from the RSS feed, yeah, from the web, there is a RSS means subscription. There is subscribe. If we subscribe, then we can create the content from the RSS feed also. Okay, and we after this we discuss about the roles, means we can admin can create different roles. Means right now there is only two roles by default. there's only three roles. One first one is end user. First one you can say administrator. Okay. Second one authenticated user. Third one the end user means anonymous user. You can create admin can create a more roles means manager. Okay, authenticated manager, and we can create the user with the help of these roles. Okay, then what we discuss add user permission to different user field permission module. We discuss about the permission modules also means in any content type if you want to add a field means a public field and a private field. Public field will be displayed to all user, private field will be displayed to only authenticated user but can be editable only with the admin means as per our requirement. We just take that requirement, it will be displayed to only authenticated user and edited and add by only admin. Okay, so field we use field permission module, field permission module for that. Okay, last and the end we use sub user module means hierarchy. If you need hierarchy of users then you can use sub user module. Okay, Nazar? Hello? Hello? Yeah, Nazar? Khushi? Yeah, is there? Okay, this is the brief description whatever we have learned till now, and I will just try to search any other question and answer. I will just send you. Okay, so that's it for the session. Actually, I have to go to somewhere also. Okay, Khushi, just you also just try to prepare the things. Anytime you will get the interview also, you will also get interview. Okay. Bye bye, Nazar, and best of luck, Nazar. Bye bye, Khushi. Have a nice day.